This beautiful dark. Hey, how's it going, and welcome to Whiskey Whims with me, Stuart. Another review in my non-chill filtered series where I don't take any notes prior to the review and where I try and limit any trimming or cutting of the video. So the only time I'll cut or trim is if any issues pop up. But yeah, I'm trying to do it all in one take, so we'll get down to it. It's Tullibardine, 14-year-old, by the Whiskybroker. It's matured in a first fill sherry butt, non-chill filtered, no added colouring, and it's 56.8% ABV. I believe this cost me £60. I think it was about £60. So not too bad either, price-wise, for a 14-year-old, and for the sherry. 662 bottles, not much going on with the label, as Whiskybroker's brand. It's just a simple label on there, cheap, cheerful, and it keeps, I suppose, the bottle pricing down. And I mean, the label doesn't really matter too much, except from grabbing people's attention. So yeah, we'll get right down to this. First fill sherry. Yeah, you can tell it's obviously sherry. The colour of it, that darkness, beautiful dark. It's stewed dark fruits. Maybe a little bit something like WD-40 actually as well. A little kind of oiliness, or yeah, WD-40 is what I'm going to go with. The sherry's there for sure. There's no getting past the sherry. There's those kind of general sherry scents, aromas such as the fig, prunes, dates. It's quite jammy. I'd say there's a kind of maybe a blueberry jam. Yeah, there's a kind of blueberry characteristic to it. Quite meaty. It's not really prickly on the nose. The alcohol isn't too evident. It's not too in your face. It's just well rounded. It comes together quite well. There's a little bit of wood influence, but yeah, everything's very well balanced. It's a really nice nose. Possibly a little umami, a little kind of bitter meat kind of flavour scent. Yeah, and just that kind of red sherry wine kind of notes. But we'll go down to the palate now. I think that's all the nose I'm getting. WD-40, maybe some orange. Yeah, we'll get down to the palate then. Forgot to mention, yeah, there's a balloon behind me for Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day yesterday, for the day of recording this, so the palate is strong, it's powerful, it's rather sweet, quite sweet, not almost sickly, but not. It's not like a sick sherry sweetness that you get. I mean, you sometimes get this with sherry where it's a bit too indulgent, but this is actually just nice. It's not too much, but it is really sweet. If you're not that big a fan of sweet whiskies, you probably won't like it, but it's very mouth-wateringly sweet. Syrupy, jammy, like sticky sweetness. A little bit of toffee, a little bit of almonds, roasted almond flakes. Yeah, there's more of that sherry impact there, with the drawing your mouth a little bit in, a little bit bitter, a little bit tangy, a little bit of orange oil, a little woody. It's really lovely. It's drying. Goes from a really mouth-wateringly, sweetly initial palate to quite a dry at the end, almost approaching on the finish. It's a solid whiskey. There's definitely a fig taste on the palate. I want to say apricot. I feel like there's apricot there. I might be wrong. Is it apricot? No, it's more plum. It's plum. Forget the apricot, it's plum. I'm terrible with my fruit sometimes. Yeah, it's a nice juicy plum. Very juicy, very sticky, very sweet. Lovely palate. The finish is drying. It's long for sure, definitely long. It is a little bit of a, not necessarily in the mouth. The mouth is more a kind of sticky feel, but on the palate you get this real drying film around the mouth. Coats the tongue, coats the teeth, coats the gums. Kind of makes you want to brush your teeth almost. There's that kind of coated feeling. Also in the finish there's more wood. You're definitely getting like that oak coming through in the finish. It was there in the palate, it's there in the nose, but it's so much more evident in the finish once all those fruity flavours, dried fruits, once that umami, WD-40, all those orange flavours and all that, once that's all kind of dissipated, the wood comes right through on the finish. It's a really nice whiskey, enjoyable, balanced, well-rounded. I don't think it feels like it's 56.8%, but then again I drink quite a lot of high ABV whiskies, so for me this is quite sessionable. It's actually a really, really good whiskey. It's definitely a whiskey win. Don't know what else I'm getting on the finish. I think that's all what I've said. There's maybe an oiliness on the finish, a kind of more of that WD-40 from the nose coming onto the finish. But yeah, this is just a fantastic whiskey. This is sherry done properly, not too dominant. It is a first full sherry. Doesn't say Oloroso, doesn't say Pedro Jimenez, but it's just done right. It's perfect. 14 years. I wonder if the decision was maybe too much longer in the cask. Maybe might have overpowered it and ruined the whiskey. So that's maybe why it was drawn at 14 years. But it seems, I don't want to say it's perfect. It seems like it was the right age to bring it out. So it's a whiskey win. I would definitely buy this again for £60 if I could buy it for £60. I think they're all sold out now. I definitely recommend it. It's one to try, and I think it's worth it. I mean, the price that Whiskybroker come out with, almost every whiskey they come out with, is so cheap and so affordable. If you've never got onto Whiskybroker before, definitely get on their website, have a look at their whiskies, because like I said, they're so affordable, and the quality, I don't think I've had a bad Whiskybroker bottle yet, and I've had a few. I can't think of any that's been bad, but they always seem to be a good, strong, affordable whiskey. So yeah, that's my review. Yeah, I've been Whiskey Wims, this has been Stuart. No, that's the other way about. I've been Stuart, this has been Whiskey Wims. I'll see you later.